I like just kind of, you know, going for the Ragnaros thing there because all the shots were still good.
Yeah, I agree with all of them, which is kind of weird enough, but game number 3 is getting underway right now. One of these guys is looking for an advantage, and this match is important because it means big things for their playoffs.
Yeah, I think it just has a lot to do with how you play as well, like what kind of player you are. Now, Neirea, he's going to stick to aggressive.
Yeah, which is actually not a surprise given what we've seen so far from him. You know, started out with Druid, then went to Tempo Mage. Now he's going over to a Hunter build with Worgen Infiltrators. It seems to be kind of going further and further. I mean, I don't know, maybe he's just got like an all one-drop burn deck here. Yeah,
we just kept talking about, you know, how much of these guys are they're just control decks, and we just keep seeing Worgen Infiltrator, you know, Fiery War Axe.
Like, I remember when I first started playing aggro decks, and it was in Hearthstone anyway, and Chalky and I had built a Face Hunter deck with Arcane Shot in it, and you just look at the hand like, do you Arcane Shot turn 1 right here?
I don't have time to cast this any other turn.
We're gonna have time to cast this later.
Yeah, play it. That tells you what's up. Look, here's one thing. If someone Arcane Shots you on turn 1 of the game, one of 2 things just happened. Either they don't they're a new player.
Number 1, they're an
idiot.
Yeah, Number 2,
they don't know what's going on. Or 2, you just died. Yeah. You are actually just dead.
Yeah, if Firebat Arcane shots you on turn 1, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you are actually just dead. Like if a good player makes a weird play like that, yeah, it's over.
Well, he's not making any weird plays this game. Just good old-fashioned Hearthstone. Fiery War Axe going to shut down this early stage and
just good old-fashioned Hearthstone. Grid Patron. There's nothing good or old-fashioned about this.
No, shut up.
I hate this deck. I hate this deck. I hate this deck.
I like when it has to play this way. This creates interesting games.
Yeah, this one's a little more interesting, but like he's just going to draw the nuts in the next 2 turns. It's going to be over.
You're just a pessimist.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking at what a great game.
For a pessimist, I'm pretty optimistic though.
Oh, jeez. And a narcissist.
Neirea, that one as well.
Neirea gonna pick off this Frothing Berserker. Has to, not really a question about it. And start chipping away. But his hand, it looks okay, but I don't feel like this is poised to be making some strong mid-game pushes right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he does have a Death Bite here, which is the nuts on turn 4. It's what you always want to be doing. But this Emperor Thorson right now, it's hard to say this, but it's not very good. You know, it's not going to be amazing with his hand right now. And Neirea's just going to have a lot of setup here.
That's really surprising to me.
Well, he's going to protect it here with Inner Rage. You know, so just the weapon can't take care of it. But, you know, how aggressive does Kaldi want to get here?
Well, now that makes things...
Yes.
This is a game changer.
Let's see how Neirea plays this.
You know, this is actually funny. He plays a Snake Trap, and if he attacked the Frothing Berserker here and then played the Knife Juggler, I feel like there's an equal chance that it's Snake Trap or Explosive Trap.
Yeah, you kind of give him, you know, you give him the mixed signal on both end equally, yeah.
Well, that Grid Patron draw this is not going to be kind to Neirea.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty hard for him. Now, all right, this could get very painful here.
Owan? He needs the other 2 to get a face.
Yeah, well, every one of them's going to buff up this Frothing Berserker.
Unless they keep hitting pace.
Can we speed up the animation just a tiny bit, Blizzard?
No, you gotta see it as it unfolds. 6 power upstairs. Kaldi knows that pushing for damage in this match is pretty paramount.
Yeah, because he's going to get a good Grim Patron turn. I mean, that's just the way this matchup works.
Yeah.
So I like seeing the players. You're seeing a lot of the best ones with this deck, you know, getting very aggressive with their Frothing Berserkers, and it's just the right way to do this. I love this too as well. He's going to be able to get some damage in here and trade in some of these snakes. If he wants to, he could just use the Abusive Sergeant as well and trade up just 1. But I mean, they're all going to die to the Death Bite anyway, so you might as well just get something out of them.
Yeah, that's really the gross spot about Death Bite is that it shuts down your ability to develop the board.
Well, I mean, I like just pushing for the damage here too. I mean, he's not going to have a creature to use with Abusive Sergeant next turn as well. You know, there's not going to be a minion left over, so might as well just get into 3. But oops.
Yeah, oops. I did it again. Look at Neirea's face.
He heard you just make that Britney reference, and he was like, what was that?
You had no idea. I didn't know you were that guy. Whoa, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's 1 damage off lethal.
So that was almost it, yeah. And Kaldi's showing 14, so any weapon is lethal on the way back.
All right, so Neirea's spot, let's take a look at this, because you want to be hedging your bets against another Death Bite or even just 4 damage in charge. So I feel like Unleash the Hounds is happening this turn, basically no matter what. How do you actually play out the rest of this? Because there's 3 major different ways to go.
Well, here's the thing. I think you maybe just take care of the 5/1 Grim Patron, Here, I think you might have to, just so you cut an out away. You know, you make what to where weapons aren't outs anymore.
That's what he's going to be looking at. He's going to look at what this board looks like once he gets to this point.
Yeah, it puts him to 2, and you have Glaivezuka and Hero Power. Like,
yeah, I agree with this. Yep. And so Kaldi, he's got to end this game right now or find a shield block or something. This is, right now, it's not enough.
Now, what does no, Warsong Commander can't do it either. So if he gets into Warsong Commander. Armorsmith would maybe be able to do this.
Battle Rage. This is not enough.
Yeah, what can he find for 1 mana here?
Nothing. Kaldi cannot live through this turn.
It looks like Neirea is going to get this one.
Maybe he's got a Goldshire Footman or something.
Ready for action.
It would keep him alive for a turn. He's going to try his best, but it's not happening here. Neirea off to a quick start.
Did I ever tell you about, I spent a good bit on a good month of a ladder with Goldshire Footman in one of my decks that I queued up quite a bit.
Jeez. Of course.
Hey, man, Hobgoblin, get him.
It is good with Hobgoblin. I'll give you that. 1 minute, 3-4 taunts are enough.
Greetings.
Yep. Glaivezuka.
It's just another copy of a Noyatron.
Here's some extra damage for you. Neirea steals game 2. Very close one. I mean, look at his hand. This guy's completely out of resources. Dealt just enough damage to this one. That kill command top deck was an important one.
Guys, you want to beat Grim Patron? This is one of the ways you do it. You just give them so much damage over the first 5 turns before they can set up that everything they have to do is defensive, and it helps when they don't draw Armorsmith.